You can imagine that, this balloon represents us, and sometimes our life will fill up here, and sometimes we'll fill down here. And this is typically how our lives work. That when we get up here, let's say, you got a new Game Boy. Let's say that you had a really good hamburger yesterday, right? Let's say something small happened in your life, like, I don't know, you won $600 million. Right? So we end up, we feel really good on the ups, but what happens when we get to the down in our life? All that joy, oh, that's really cool. All of our joy tends to just go away. That it tends to be sucked away by all the bad things in our life, and we feel like, okay, the only way for me to feel back up here again is something good needs to happen again, right? But Jesus is saying, what is his promise for us? He's saying that I want to give you my joy today. And what is the joy of Jesus? The joy of Jesus is who he is and the truth about what he says. And why the joy of Jesus is so much different than $600 million. It's so much different than 3 Nintendo Game Boys. It's so much different than a really, really good hamburger. It's because it lasts forever. And what we need to realize about the joy of Jesus, it's not like everything else in this world. But the joy of Jesus, what happens is that it invades our hearts like this. But the difference between the joy of Jesus is that rather than being emptied at any point, it stays within us. That we're going to be up here in the ups in our life. We're going to still be able to experience them and have a good time and have a really good time. But that joy is going to be inside of our hearts. And even when we're at our lowest points, you know what's going to happen if we have the joy of Jesus? No matter what happens, it's still there. It's still inside. It's still making a difference. That's what the joy of Jesus does. When it invades our hearts and lives like that, it remains like Jesus remains in us. And so how can you and I live joyful lives? It's not by having the right numbers for the lottery. It's not by having, these really cool instructions for what to do. It's by simply remaining in Jesus. And what is the promise of Jesus? That whether we're up or whether we're down, that his joy will be in our hearts if we remain in him.